Good morning and welcome to your Daily Sparks. You know, sex was intended to be an integral part of a marriage covenant between a man and a wife, according to Genesis 2:24. Adultery, which is sexual intercourse involving at least one married person outside of that relationship, is defiling that bond. You see, think of sex like a fire, with marriage serving as the living room and the fireplace there. If you allow sex to blaze inside that living room fireplace, then you get warmth and you get blessing from it. But if you allow sex to blaze outside of its intended boundary of that fireplace, then you can burn your entire house down and you will unleash incredible destruction. Those who have sex according to their own parameters, whether it includes adultery, fornication, pornography, homosexuality, whatever, you'll experience God's judgment. You know that. That's what the Bible says, and we've seen that time and time again in people's lives. That's because sexual sin is primarily not a sin against each other, not a sin against a wife or a husband. It's primarily a sin against God. You need to understand that sexual immorality defiles humans like no other sin can. It says that in 1 Corinthians 6 verse 18. Now, Jesus, in dealing with sexual sin, upped the ante even more. He said, anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart, in Matthew 5:28. See, lustful thoughts and engaging in voyeurism, pornography, and that sort of stuff, they're all condemned. They're all part of sexual sin. And again, if that fire is out of the fireplace, you can burn your whole house down. See, those who've fallen into these traps will realize that it's so destructive. But Jesus offers this forgiveness. He says to the woman who's caught in adultery, he says to her, neither do I condemn you. Go from here and sin no more, in John 8 verse 11. So if you are struggling in this area of sexual sin, be it in your mind or physically or on a screen or something like that, I want to encourage you to just confess it and to walk away from it. The Bible says, flee sinful desires. And that's what we need to do. Don't try and deal with it. Don't try and grapple with it. Just flee. Just get out of there and get right with God. So make sure you monitor what you're seeing and what you're thinking with regards sexual thoughts. Because outside of the fireplace, you create a mess. But inside the fireplace, it can bring warmth and joy. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow on Sparks.